hot match of the week is almost over. We're about halfway through, or as we affectionately call it here at the ESL Pro League, the KFC Zinger Burger match of the week. It is going to be map 2. It is going to be Cash between G2 and Astralis. And we started out the show today by saying Cash would have been the likelier map that G2 would be able to take, just based off the fact of how much talent they have on this team. Now, they surprised us with Train, but a good chance then for them to go 2-0 in the evening.
Yeah, they're looking good for this, and I think Astralis going to be kicking themselves, right? Because if they had managed to win this one, and then maybe they have another match later in the week and win 2 from there, they'd only be 1 game away from securing themselves a spot at the finals. As we're talking about, it's still very close, so they don't want to go 2-0 here because it's going to be an uphill battle for them going to finish off the season. Yeah. But for G2, I think the big thing that you have to look at here is, if you're Astralis and you want to brawl with them and you want to force buy, you want to keep their economy low, that's the territory that these guys thrive, right? They love the pistol buys, they love the low buys. So you're dangerous if you're going to take that approach. So on the flip side of that, if you let them build up an economy, Shox and Kenny are hitting off shots tonight, so you're going to have a rough time there as well. So I don't know what Astralis can really look to do on this map to negate the playstyle that G2 want to play.
But this was always the thing, though, wasn't it? Theoretically, G2 has a really good composition if you include the playstyle of what they can achieve. It was always, when they perform like they can do, this team becomes, excuse me, quite scary to play against. And Cash was always a map where individually, every single player, you look at this lineup, you kind of think, okay, well, they've all kind of had their moments here. Every single one of them's found, these individual plays that have kind of set them apart from the others, where it be, without, I guess, Smiths, without being in the active roster, you can literally look at every single one. There's moments throughout their history here. It plays so well to their style as well. So, I don't know, it's a strange one for Astralis. They've come off from, I think, a week, basically, of having no games, no officials to play, just purely relax, prac, get ready. You've got IEM coming up pretty soon. That's, the big thing on the horizon. And there was this game, and it feels like they've just not focused in on it at all. There was that bit of a comeback on Train, obviously, but other than that, it felt very flat.
Well, I think it's safe to say that they have to avoid a rough start the way they did on Train. That just can't happen. I mean, this map though. I mean, this is now a G2 that is warming up. This is going to be so scary across the entire map of these individuals.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think both teams are quite dynamic on their CT sides, right? You have your bomb side anchors, you've got MVK, you've got Body, then you've got like the Zivniks, and you've got the I think it's Dupree. I'm probably wrong there. And then everyone else moves around a lot.
I can save you, actually. Yeah, we are. So I wanted to take it away out of your hands because you were hesitating. Thank you for bailing me out, though. This is returning the favor. We're going to go over to Henry G and Sadicus for Cash.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to take it away from you. Listen, you look beautiful. Thank you for dancing. God, he just always wants the camera time, that Jason O'Toole.
He loves it. He was born to be in the spotlight.
I swear, that was all him. No one else's fault there. Absolutely not. That said, Cash, yes, G2, you said it as well, Hank. Going on to this map, you'd favor them.
Absolutely. Astralis always get okay results in this one. It's a very up and down map for them. If they're playing lights out, Counter-Strike, everyone's hitting their shots, sure, they can actually hold their own. But today, I'm not so sure. G2, the stars really are arriving for them. It's going to be Shoxy and Kenny S, especially Kenny S. This is one of his old stomping grounds. He's very good on this map, especially. And Astralis looked pretty uninspired in the first showing, I have to say. No one really setting the scoreboard on fire. I guess Glaive did. He was the only player really performing above and beyond what the other guys were doing. But yeah, I think this will be a clean 2-0 for G2, I have to say, Matthew. And I can see Astralis will be starting the CT side here. And G2, you are just joining us, had a 13-2 start on Train. Looked to be a huge victory for them. There was a decent comeback from Astralis. Maybe that's what they needed to kind of focus in and get their aims leveled up. We'll see what happens here. The match is now live. We'll have a look at the buys coming in. 2 smokes. It's going to be pretty standard stuff from G2. Probably those 2 smokes going on towards Highway and one in front of the bomb site as well. Getting out towards the door, maybe 3 players there. And we have got a little Superman buy as well from Body. We'll see whether he can get some work done here. 5 sets of armor from Astralis. Most teams will deploy a retake setup towards that A bomb site, but they're going a bit more deeper into the site this time. Zipex towards quad, and I'll be backing him up, watching Squeaky Door for now.
Sliver gap toward A main to see if they cross over. So you say Shox, though, already out toward the doorway. Well, open in spot, not playing the retake on A, which is more what we're used to seeing from the CT side, to be fair. But a late boost instead. They'll go with Kenny. Body to follow. They continue to throw the bomb backwards. No one wants the bomb, Henry. You can relate. It's 3 players up. This is going to be a huge push toward Highway.
Yeah, A split eventually because he Shoxy and Squeaky Door as well. The last we falling back, spots 3 players, and he knows that this could be coming as he focuses his attention towards that aforementioned door.
That that smoke, but the CT's unable to take advance. Oh, Device could, though. If he sneaks behind them, he's going to try and stay silent. Gets one, nearly another lined up, but they find him on the edge of the smoke. And unfortunately for him, that's going to give up all the ground he thought he could work with. Unfortunately for them as well, it's Dupree that's left alive and over toward B.
A lot of people might be asking, why are they dropping a smoke on the top of highway just as they're coming out that position as well? It might look like it doesn't really make sense. They obviously want to have vision, but it means they can get very close to the bomb side. The USPs can't do that much work from the quad area. They get close, Flashbang comes in, and they explode together. Device, he gave it a good go, tried to push through that smoke, got towards the barrel position, but only gets one kill, and it's be a clean sweep here. For G2, 3 players surviving, and Dupree, the last player remaining, they didn't have a kit to work with here, so he's just trying to maybe get an exit kill. He wants to save his armor into the next round, where they'll be presumably force buying here. Shokti finds a USP, and MBK finding most of the kills. He was amazing on train, especially in that first half as well. He did great. So it's good to keep him fired up, if you will. And Dupree now spotted. And like we said, if he finds one kill, it's an extra $300, but just wants to set that armor, really.
He may do. Shots at Apex, but Shocks won't push through. Can't get there in time anyway. So, as you say, G2, the 1-0 lead. That is, I guess, 2-1 on pistols. Yeah, that's right. So Astralis did win the second one in the second game. I was going to say 3-0, but it's not, so I won't, Henry. I will not lie to you.
Well, that makes sense. I'd
lie to anyone else.
Yeah, well, I'm glad he got my back some sort of way. Yeah, you won't lie to me, ever.
Definitely lie to you every day.
Every day?
Let's not get into this now, shall we?
No domestics live on now.
Yep. Body's going to get the first kill. Straightforward. Execution. Push-up squeaky's kind of interesting, but it's already been spotted is the problem.
Yeah, now it actually gets a little bit scary for them. The next have to try and push. He gets away with it, but his teammate drops at the same time. Kiabi going to be dead first, and then Zipex not far behind. Apex finds both of them. 5-on-2 now. This wasn't a full investment from Astralis from what I could see. I didn't quite catch. I think it was 3 sets of armor, and then Device, of course. Deagle, no armor himself. He wants to get that AWP in the first gun round. They'll be fully going into the next. Device might get a kill here, but that had to be the shot, really. Now they know exactly where he is. They'll fall back towards B, potentially, as we have Glaive in middle. He was very good on train as well, to be fair. One of the few players that was actually arriving on that map. Bomb still down in mid-warehouse. Not giving anything away. They want to make sure they check every nook and cranny.
The alcoves.
Yeah. Which is the right way to do it. You don't want to overcommit. Find yourself losing a couple of frags because you're a bit careless. You've got plenty of time to work with. Deploy the utility. Hold every angle. And you can see they're doing a very good job of that right now. Not even forcing the plant down. There it is, finally. And now Glaive and Device looking to make the frag. Glaive towards the vent. And I think Device is right next to him as well. He's in the mid-warehouse. He's going to be heading towards B storage, maybe looking for some players exiting. The thing is, G2, they don't need to hunt at this point. They know Astralis haven't really got anything for them to pick up or even take away. So it's not really worth going on the hunt. Stick together, go towards Sunroom. That's where the teams will be saving their weapons. We have got one player in the form of Apex. He's got the SMG. It does make sense for him to find kills, I guess. He's only got the UMP. It means he gets $600 per kill. So he'll be kind of having a little look around, finds a headshot towards Device. That'll be his cue to leave. Apex wants the kill.
Would love the kill. He's going to walk out and get a crossfire, though, and therefore won't get anything at all.
Did they get a UMP?
It's
trying.
Yeah. Oh, it is the clever way of doing it. They tried.
Well, they saved one player with armor and a 5-7 as a Glaive. Device saves his Deagle, but like we said, this was going to be a full eco regardless.
Did you see Tweeday's play where they did that? On this
Shots
map, he was in mid. He called for someone to shoot him the weapon. He was under drop, and then he pushed into the garage and killed them all with it.
Wow, no, I did not see that.
And it was quite good.
There you go. Fast play towards middle. This makes a lot of sense. All the T sides do this. You've got a huge range advantage. You know, the Rico. Molotov towards the sandbags area. Kiabi, burning alive, has to phase at some point. There it is. He's almost certainly dead, and his teammates won't be far behind him. It's going to be full mid control. Gifted towards G2 at this point. One Molotov finds that initial kill. And Apex doing some damage here with the P250. It's interesting that he's by himself. That's a bit careless, but he doesn't give away a weapon, so I guess it's not a huge deal. Should still be a very easy situation for G2 now as they go into the B split. Kenya's watching towards highway there. He will be doing some damage, but falling back towards the vents.
Smoke off toward the tree as well. Rotation setting back toward middle instead. On the pistols, they'll go toward vents. Device and Glaive converge to catch off Kenny. And that's a pickup of a Galil. And that may be enough as well for them to hold on to said weaponry, especially because Glaive has armor. That armor might be beneficial going into the next round. I take it all back. Glaive, he wants to challenge. He wants to try and get further weapons down from the T's. That's not going to do much for them. And they'll get set for the first gun.
They will indeed. This is always a good round for the T-sides to have. You know, they're going to be limited in terms of they might have the incendiary to defend middle, and might have the diffuse kit. So you have a plethora of options in that respect. You go for a full set piece, and no, they can't really shut you down in return with their utility. The orb is going to be unlikely. Device didn't buy armor though, so he just about brings it out with body armor as well. So that's something Astralis has got working for them going through round number 4 here, but a huge advantage in terms of their overall buy for G2. Having a look at the setup for now, it's going to be a default, and Kenny S looking for that aggressive play towards main entrance. Device is there, but he'll be at the quad position. And Kenny S now boosted up. Trying to get something rolling here. Good Molotov once again. I think Dupree is in that position. You have to use the smoke. It gives away that he is in there indeed, but Kenny S can't find a shot just yet.
Still trying. Flash goes up. Smoke misses. Kenny can't line it up because of it. And that's a bit of an issue, bit of a blunder, because now it leaves mid open.
He doesn't know if Dupree's falling back, but Body seems to know that there's a player hiding in towards that position of Neo. It's going to be Kiabi.
Oh, this is even better, though. That smoke down lets Kiabi go back the other way. It actually lets him get out of the smoke. Kenny's miss becomes the reward for Kiabi. He is taken out by Apex in the end, but Dupree still in behind the bags, has a tight fight heading his way.
Yeah, and they think he's probably fallen back. So this is smart from Dupree. Okay, Zipex, great backup. Actually keeps his teammate alive and another dink as well.
Especially when he's about to throw the Molotov. It looked like, okay, they've solved it. They know he's there. Boom, in comes Zipex.
Yeah, they were so focused on getting that mid control there. Shut down with the rotations from Astralis. 4 kills obtained so far, and Kenny S is going to be on 3 HP. So not really much he can do about this one. And it's going to be a close range or battle between Device and Kenny, and Device knows he's low. Brings out the USP and finishes it off there.
You almost want them to just keep dueling with the ops to see how awkward it gets, but Device is having none of it. So he'll take the first round for Astralis by pulling out the pistol. Good plays in middle, missed smoke from Kenny. Actually did turn out to be quite costly in the end.
Yeah, so Dupree behind that sandbag position. He did get flushed out with the Molotov, but he drops the smoke, buys himself some time. He knows the T's can't really push onto him. He's got backup from short as well. Save alive just long enough there. Waits for a mistake to be made. A good flashbang, like he said, actually dislodged the smoke up Kenny S and made sure it actually missed and went down towards that Neo position, which was actually kind of interesting. There was a CT player used that as well. Very messy round overall, but quite an exciting one. We do have not so much a force buy here. There's plenty of money for G2, but they haven't got all in. They've got Tech 9s, Head Armor, and MBK. He's the only player that's invested everything, and Shoxy opens things up. That's AWP as well. They can slow things right down now. They've got an AWP to play with, and 3 Tech 9s, including the MBK AK-47. So Kenny S, like we said, amazing on this map historically. Let's see whether he can get into 5th gear in round number 5. That works, doesn't it?
Does work. I'd prefer 6th gear.
Yeah.
7th, perhaps.
It's not really the same.
If you're running the CVT, you can go to 8 these days.
Yeah. Okay, well.
I've only got 5.
There you go.
Glaive. That's why shoulder check. Backs off. You know me well, Henry. He's going to flash out as well. Molotov in position so they can't push the ramp. Puts him into a small pit. Glaive knows exactly what it means. Gets the shot. But Molotov landing behind him. He's got to go aggressive. Finds MBK down to the end by Apex, who now runs into his teammates. Molotov, thankfully, because it would have done further damage than it actually did do. Lineup is perfect from Zipex, but it costs him in the end. And it's the Tracer's fault for doing so. A non-silenced M4. This one certainly is silenced, though, and so too is the man wielding it, Dupree, trying to slip into the bead tunnels.
He is. He's no kid, though, Matt. And only a couple of flashbangs. 3 T's to find and a bomb to defuse.
I think there's a kid on the site where
there probably is,
Glaive went down.
But it doesn't look like he's even challenging this.
You're not giving me much to work with, Henry.
I know. You could have built up the hype there.
Nah, it's fine. He's got one. You're right. I can't lie. I can't be disingenuous. I just said I wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah. Try and keep that up.
A lie itself.
Well, 2 players remain for G2. That wasn't really even a force buy from them. They had plenty of money, as you can see, left over. They actually went for the more conservative route, which is a rare thing to say for French Counter-Strike. They went with 4 Tech 9s and 1 AK, meaning if they lost a round, it'd be MBK beyond the Tech 9 and 4 AKs into the next. They actually win it with aggressive play from Device, what he's known for on this map. Dynamic, kind of aggressive start towards B storage, middle, squeaky door. He went for squeaky door this time. Shoxy takes him down, gives them an AWP, and then the round falls out of the grasp of Astralis at that point. So Device, he still has an AWP available to him. As we get into round number 6 here. 2 UMPs, 2 M4s. This is the round Astralis desperately need. This will cost them 2 if they give it away. Device towards B this time, and he will be smoked out for now. But here's Kenny S and Co. Looking like they're focusing towards A storage. A boost coming in. And this is the silent way to do it, so that's absolutely fine. I think it's one of the UMP players getting up. It is indeed. That's Kiabi. Not an ideal weapon for it, but normally good for 1 or 2 kills that position, it seems, almost every single time. Both of the UMPs towards the A side of the map. And Dupree patrolling towards middle with the M4A1S.
Dupree gets toward truck. Xyp9x still playing in behind the red crate will have good vision toward highway position if they start to head that direction. There's only one lurking mid-late, though. This will be a straight A take. Thankfully, for their sake, Gabby boosted, and the smokes go down. Minute 3, they don't have to commit to this, though, and you're starting to see them back off.
Yeah, so they've just baited out a lot of CT utility at that point. They dropped in Molotovs, flashbangs, a couple of smokes as well, and you can see they actually still have 4 smokes. They must have only dropped 1, so now the CTs with no kits, they still have the orbit device. And 1 smoke remaining. That's about it. Mid-control obtained, though, by G2. B-split looking very likely at this point is MBK. He actually gets towards the fence. The bomb's actually in A storage, you know, so MBK could just be trying to sell some presence towards checkers, and will be falling back indeed. So we have a player towards Squeaky Door. That's Apex, and the A-split will be coming in momentarily. Body to open things up. Ooh, here we go, Kiabi.
Kiabi spotted from highway, though. That's the biggest weakness when you're in that position, and this straight A take works. Shox wraps in, spots one a truck. Device sure to go down. Apex will take him. Too many men for him to handle. Not a problem for you, Henry. I know, but
it's a bit obvious.
Yeah, well, you laughed, so I just wanted to make it clear.
You wanted to beat me to the punch? That's too obvious for me. I wasn't going to get that. Anyway, 5-1. Astralis, we said going into that one is a must-win round for them after getting a reset in the previous. It's now potentially, I wouldn't say double equal. They can buy it the next one. They're going to have $2,400 on the top of their 2K. So, or not potential for next round. They have to take a full eco here, though. I think just a couple of P250s. That'll be it. 5-1 for G2. I certainly favor them going into this one. It's looking quite likely for now. Apex, Mac 10 in hand. Very good for taking down CTs of our armor. He's going to farm a load of cash as well. Body finds the opening kill towards Dupree. And it's just going to be a bully towards middle, it seems, as he will be looking towards highway as well, joined by 2 teammates. Another A split potentially here as well as Apex. He's holding A storage.
Good shot from Kenny onto Kiabi. MBK. Xyp9x at his position, not to be confused, because MBK's in the game, so I had to be clear that Xyp9x at MBK, able to walk out. Speaking of MBK, though, he is low over toward B. Perhaps we'll just call it fence for now, Henry.
Yeah.
In this instance. Just kind of gets a shot back, takes down Device, but it's the battle in mid with Xyp9x on a Mac 10.
Not ideal. Yeah, he's no armor and a Mac 10. Not even really worth saving that to the next round. But we'll see what he can do. If he finds 1 kill with it, that certainly helps his buy going to the next one. Like I said, only $2,400 on top of their 2K on average you have per player right now. So 1 kill would be great, but he won't even get that. It's going to be another quite easy round there for GT. Was up against the eco of Astralis to get 1 kill in total, and this is the difficult round I was suggesting. So Xyp9x, he's the only player with significant money. He's got 4,700. No one can buy the AWP though, so time to dig their heels in and see what they can do here. Astralis, maybe this is the chance to go for those flashbangs towards A main, try and find the first pick. The thing is, they don't actually have anything to work with and no device orb. This could be another really rough round for them. Nothing to defuse the bomb with, but we'll see what happens here. Round number 8. Body boots up the red box. Like I said, pushing into A storage, it makes a lot of sense.
Ooh.
Kenny SO ready for it. Beats the flashbang and takes down Xyp9x.
Kenny is quick.
He is indeed. That's one of his great assets as a Counter-Strike player.
Catch me if you Kenny.
That's not bad. You said that before?
No.
Oh, that's good.
I should have saved it for a good one.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
Kind of blew that one away.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone, Henry. They didn't hear me. I'll use it again. No one will know.
Save it for Pro League finals, maybe.
Keep it quiet. Yeah, element of surprise. Which game in the finals? I'd say the semis.
Semi-final.
G2's
yeah.
not going to make the finals, so...
In the theater, you know.
Fair enough. In Dallas, Texas, if you care to join us.
It's going to be a hot one.
It was announced today. Our lovely little photos. Blue on stilts, standing beside Jason. And Chad without a weapon, similar to the loot problems in Battlegrounds.
Yeah, he looked like the farm worker in that picture.
He looked a little wrecked.
Yeah.
A little rundown on life, perhaps. We'll have to check it on.
They gave me a cravat. Okay. I might wear that at the event, you know.
You should. That said, it's going to be on to A. G2 wish to go in Apex. Already through to the site. Has the door open inward from his teammate. They can cover off the backside around quad quite quickly. Kiabi won't be able to do much through the smoke. Kenny takes him down just with the Tech 9. That's fine. Device, meanwhile, goes, oh, okay. He wants an AWP up close. Has to hit that shot, though, surely, because now MBK gets to reposition and re-aim with the AK-47. That should spell the end of the round.
Yeah, with no kids here, the bomb going down a 4-on-2. Oh, make it a 3-on-1. And there's a couple of quick frags come in. Dupree, last player remaining. We said Astralis normally do find troubles on this map. It comes into that map more often than it used to these days. I think, obviously, with the removal of dust, too, and stuff like that, they need to try and play it a bit more, but I'm still not convinced by it. It seems to be one of those maps that they're playing amazing Counter-Strike on the day. They can just about get away with it, but throughout the years of Astralis and this team as a whole, even back in the TSM days. I remember casting a view back in the original PGL season, and they looked very weak on it throughout. But still early days. They came back from a 13-2. I would say come back. They made it a convincing game overall. It wasn't completely a stomp. But 7-1, another eco required for Astralis. 4 rounds in a row for G2 now. In terms of the money, we have about 2.5k, I'd say, per player. And now some Deagles, a couple of smokes. Dupree gets some body armor. Very good at the Deagle. They normally have some sort of fighting chance in these sort of rounds. We'll see what they can do. Kiabi joining him as well. Also a very good Desert Eagle player. Device maybe flashed in towards middle. They haven't got a flash to work with. I'll take that back.
Double Molotov behind the first gap. I'm not sure what Glaive was playing at there, because there was enough to his right, or rather the peeker's right, his left, that he could have sat him behind the flames and not been spotted, but decided to stay open, perhaps go for the headshot. He just gets caught off. Line up between the two dots that Valve thankfully put on the roof, just to make it very clear where you can line up every smoke from Sunroom. Every single one of those dots, if standing in the correct position, lines up for somewhere deep inside of the site. That one goes toward Tree, and that shot goes directly into Dupree. It's nice, however, that will come out from the vents, and MBK greets him. Another straightforward round, another round for G2. So 8-1. It's not quite the goose egg that Astralis did have on train, but it's certainly not much better.
Well, they do get another buy-in here. The problem for Astralis overall as a team, that's obviously #1 in the world right now, but Cash lends itself to double AWPing, right? And Dupree is kind of flirting with the idea of bringing that secondary AWP out now, but I'm not sure they're 100% convinced by it yet. Like most teams in this sort of situation, you lose like this amount of rounds in a row, you bring out the double AWPs, you try and rectify it and try and mix things up. Astralis don't really have that as an option. Like, it's not really solidified as of yet right now. I still think they're experimenting with that. There's going to be Device on the solo AWP. He's towards B this time, challenging towards the storage area. Might want to frag here, but Kenny once again takes him down. And it's up to Glaive now, who's very good at holding this side by himself. Throws a chance incendiary. He might be out of luck here. Kenny finds a second frag. Dupree coming in from heaven, but he is locked out of the site for now. Body holding towards middle. That means Vents is locked down, and this should be another round for G2. Very fast this time. Great chance to actually change the pace. Fasting towards B. Kenny hits 2 amazing shots there, and now 4-on-2. They do have a kid available, but do they have any grounds you can try and attempt this retake?
Apex through the smoke will get towards Xipix. Oh, beats him on that too. You'd expect Xipix to find that at least. Surely. And then Kiarbi standing stunned inside of mid.
This is rough, man.
This is another very rough game. It could still turn out to be close. We saw it happen,
so
but
fast.
that was very fast. I was impressed by that.
Catch me if you can.
Okay, it was just said, Henry. We were going to save that one. It's fine. It's fine. It's ruined.
It's ruined. You're always good at thinking.
It was a good vac shot, though, so I'm still believing.
Yeah. 9-1, and it is maximum loss bonus for Astralis. They get $3,400, but that's not enough to operate with on the CT side. So they get Deagles, CZs, a bit of a partial buy, if you will, and a bit of body armor to go with them as well. That's the first shot there from Dupree. We said he's good with the Desert Eagle. He's not messing around this round. He finds Apex, and he might find a second as well, challenging MBK, but quickly taken down. It's going to be another 4-on-3 as Device finds a similar fate to the hands of. Oof, good night.
Shocks takes down Kiarbi. Gets in the sight. Straightforward to find Xipix at the bottom of Highway. And yes, I am aware that FMPO and he actually made this map with Sal, truthfully, the original creator. But when FMPO and he was asked to reskin it for the current Valve iteration, that's when those dots went in, the lineups.
Yes. Yeah, they're in charge of all the changes for that. Like, obviously, the simple graffiti, they put that in. It's not like Valve made the decisions on this map. They kind of just work with them, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But it was done when the reskinning was done for
what
Valve.
Happened there?
Did that really just hit?
I wasn't really looking.
No way.
Where's that gone?
That was from spawn through the top of the roof in as if things couldn't go from bad to worse. That is play of the year. Just put that in. That is the epitome of this game. I'm kind of being a little bit facetious with play of the year, but that is a sick shot. That is so incredible and so lucky all at once.
There's the bullet hole, man. Look at my screen.
Oh, no, I saw it. That was straightforward, clean. Absolutely insane.
Well, let's get back into the round. Still a 3-on-3. They are pulling it back somewhat. A bit of a misspray there from Xipix. Shocks takes him down. A site open. And Astralis Just looking at 6s and 7s here. What a way to open up round number 12. I haven't actually seen that work out for anyone. I've seen people attempt it before, but never hit it cleanly like that. Kiabi getting even more unlucky here. It's a good ding, but he might not get the kill, but there it is. Finally comes in. 2-on-2 now. It's up to Kiabi and Dupree, but Kiabi blind takes a bit of damage there from the Molotov.
Flashes in. Kenny's going to go back through the doorway. And it's Kiabi that starts to swing in, finds body. So despite that early shot, there's a chance they still don't win the round, but it's Kenny S. He's got the first already, doesn't realize they're both coming from the same direction, and Dupree will put the shot in that matters most to win the second round for Astralis. Now, they win this round, but only one stays alive.
Yeah, that's a massive problem. They saved the AWP as well, so that's something. Have we got the replay? Here it is, in all its glory.
This is insane. Boom.
That
Device has to be so pissed by that. That is so triggering.
Oh, good Lord. Well, there it is. That'll be on Twitter soon, I promise you that. But still, 10-2, and like you said, a difficult round considering Body's trying it again. Oh, no, he did it again!
Oh, no way. No way. You can't possibly do that twice in a row. He's got the lineup perfect, and they walk into it twice. That is... Wow. Wow. I'm going to do that every match. Like, that is the, like, miss every shot, you don't take 1 in a million, and he does it twice. 2 different players, same spot.
I have never seen anything like it.
He's got to be just grinning from ear to ear. You remember that game when he crossed over to B and Dust 2 and Guardian hit him at doors every time? This is like his payback. This is his version of a mid-pick.
Oh, God. What can you say? Breaks my heart to see him up, but I love it at the same time. 5-on-4 now. He said it's a rough round for Astralis, considering only one player survived. Device needs to step up here. Kenny S, though, has been his nemesis throughout this campaign, and we'll see whether finally he can maybe shut him down. Good incendiary to buy him some time, and Zipex, though, only gets 1 kill here. Make it 2 now with the UMP. Needs to do a little bit more, though. Only got the silence USP. Needs to reload the SMG. Not going to happen. 3-on-2, and this could spell disaster as MBK finds the 4th frag. Glaive now, 3 versus 1. The UMP, no kip. This is not going to happen for him, I'm afraid. And it's going to be a full reset for Astralis and maybe a 13-2 half.
Chances he gets a 3rd?
I don't think they'll go anywhere near that position anymore for that. That's insane. Do you think, why is it Body doing it twice in a row? He's like, guys, I've got something.
He just must know the lineup. He just must know the lineup. There is a little, like, knot in the wood.
Yeah.
And that's where it happens from. The second time, he was actually slightly low of it. That's ridiculous. Like, chat went nuts the first time. I'm watching it right now, and people are just going like...
Vac, I imagine, yeah.
This is unbelievable. Buy a lottery ticket, Body.
Oh, that's so sick. And Glaive goes down as well. We did set up a harsh reset. They might as well force into this round. They need the last 2 rounds. Another replay for you. The exact same replay we had before, pretty much. Same lineup, same shot. And, oh, I like this. We're seeing it from the CT's POV. You can just see what's going through his mind before he finds a bullet.
Wrecked.
Oh, my God. How angry would you be when that's happening?
That might have gone through 2 walls.
Yeah.
The wooden one and 2 or 3? Because that one, he was hardly around the corner either way. They don't go for it this time. They nearly get a wall shot through the steel garage in the mid position nonetheless. And they're going to try and push into A main. G2 there to line them up, knock them down. Kiabi low. They will finally get a kill, but that'll draw some attention, no doubt. And the bomb heads down in toward mid. Not only that, look at B. Inside, ooh, Dupree. He's done well here, actually. He swings out, though, expecting there to be more pressure. He's got the bomb down. He's got a chance as well, but can't get the pistol in time. And that will bring it back to a 2 versus 2.
Got a bit exciting there, but it should subside as we do have the 2v2. A very challenging situation for Shoxy. He's getting aggressive here. Easy kill for him. Takes out Kiabi. That's pretty much the only chance they had there. The flank, the pincer play. Zipex now 5-7. Very good in the clutches, but Shoxy 1 step ahead of the game as usual. Finds another couple of frags there. Bringing his total to 11 kills. And it's looking like another 13-2 half mat. Can you believe it?
Yeah, he's going to try it.
Let's give it one more go.
He has an AK right now. It's down beside him. Yeah,
he's watching it.
Oh, it's
if he does it again,
no. Is he gonna? Yeah, he's looking toward it. He's looking toward it. All right, I thought Kenny was gonna.
If he does it again.
No, you blocked him.
No, it's fine. He's got time. He's got time.
Okay, line up.
Don't do it again.
Not on the wood.
Don't do it again.
You see him jumping in this time. They're like, take no chances. Kenny gets it through the smoke. My goodness.
Rough day.
Well, this is just, G2 is just having a field day.
Well, You win some, you lose some. Astralis just looks like a 2-0, I'm afraid. It's getting completely outplayed here. And in terms of the counter-strike presented, it's not in terms of like the most tactical game, but G2 is hitting every single shot. This double orb setup, I was one of its biggest fans over in Starlight, but it seems to be firing on all cylinders tonight. And it's going to be the 13-2 scoreline. Similar scenes to what we saw on Train. The problem is Astralis go over towards the T side. They're already bet on the CT side on this map as well. This could be a 16-2 affair. This is a certain finish at this half. It's going to be a 5-7 in the UMP for Zipx and Dupree, respectively.
I'd love to see a screenshot of the new section on Reddit.
Yeah, people trying to get that upvote. That's going to be top for days.
Body hits crazy wallbang again. Body insane wallbang from Body on Cash. Body's wallbang.
Yeah.
They've already started deleting them, I think.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Apparently chat went to 500 comments a minute.
Wow.
So not bad. Dupree in through the smoke goes down. 13-2, you said it. It's the same score as Train. A little bit different in the order of the rounds, but it doesn't matter. It's the same thing all over again, and I think this is what everyone will remember. Bang once.
Good night.
Shame on you. Bang me twice. And shame on me.
That's true,
on that
actually.
note, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back for half number 2. Well, we've seen a lot in our days, Henry, but 2 chance shot wall bangs through the middle of Cash, back-to-back, no less, I think does summarize it all. 9-1, 10-1, and ends 13-2 G2 for the second map in a row. Now, last time, Astralis did mount somewhat of a comeback. I think it went to 16-12 in the end.
Yeah.
We're going to need better than that, obviously. That goes without saying, but it's possible for Astralis.
Not on Cash. I'm going to put that out there. Train is one of the absolute best maps. Cash has always been up and down for them. They sometimes get fairly good results, sometimes not so much. So 13-2, especially on the CT side as well. That's a bit of a rough showing for them. They need to win the pistol once again. They did it on Train, and now they switch over to the T side. And there's a few options you can have on the T side of Cash and the pistol. You have Rush B, delayed Rush B. You go for that simple A execution. Smoke towards highway, Molotov at squad, or you try and go for some mid control into an A split. So those are pretty much the 3 main approaches we've seen on Cash, but Astralis is going to need to pick this one up. They're not looking too hot tonight, I have to say. G2, on the other hand, they're looking lights out. Body, one of the most memorable couple of rounds I think we'll see in Counter-Strike. This is what they were back
just for what it was.
Back to back. That's insane. I should never seen that before.
That's like that's one of the plays that you want to happen in an arena.
And then like a grand final.
Yeah, with the crowd just going insane.
Yeah, that's something I dream of.
Yeah, not bad. I think it's something that Astralis will have nightmares about.
Yeah. Luckily for them, they are top of Pro League right now, but like we said, we detailed at the start of this game, every map counts at this point. Teams can still crash out of the top 6 very quickly.
And there is still the seedings in place. So the way that it works is the first from either Europe and North America are in separate groups. Whoever's has the respective number 2s, right? So if Europe is in top of Group A, you have the number 2 from North America, and then it would go 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6 from Europe, North America, and then vice versa on the other side. So seeding still matter for who you're going to get in your group from NA
absolutely.
as well.
Like, you don't want to be up against SK in the first round, right? Like, you just want to be playing against the lower seeds with number 6, number 5, you know? So it definitely does matter in that respect. But at the same time, you do have to beat everyone to be a champion. So I never took that much notice into it. Obviously, it does help proceed further in the tournament. If you want to win, you need to be knocking these teams out anyway. But still, your point does still stand. Matt, I'm not going to lie to you. When that second shot came in with the orb, I kind of thought I was casting the replay, and I was kind of... I got a bit scared. I was like, hold on, mate. Is this like deja vu, or is this actually a replay? What's going on here? Like, do I just go all in with the hype?
Yeah, well, I was stunned that it happened again.
I was like 80% sure I was right. I was like, this could be a replay, and I could be making a fool of myself.
No, do it. Just do it. Yeah. Go all in. Go all in.
Wow. Looking for the 16-2. It's G2, and they switch over to the CT tab. We have a little delay here. I can see it in the chat right now. They're not quite ready, running around in warm-up for now. But, yeah, here we go. We are getting into this one. It's G2 versus Astralis. The scoreline, not looking too great for the Danish players. It's going to be 13-2. And Astralis not known to be cash masters.
I'm wondering if they even knew where that shot line's up from. I'm sure Device knows it.
Obviously, they know it's going towards connector, right? But they know themselves, yeah.
Yeah, that's my point. Where the shot actually is taken from.
What can you really do? Like, you have this delay, your mid-day, you're so scared of it. Like, you obviously have to try and challenge mid at the start. It's a very advantageous area to have control of. It's difficult, right? It comes down to just horrible timings. It looks like we do have the bomb towards B.
MBK, I wasn't sure he was going to spot Glaive getting that close, but you're right. Bomb over toward B. Xyp9x has won Kenny toward the squeaky door. They're going to try and sell this fake, and they've done it. They've already left the B site. Body's the only one left here. Checker, he's going to call now. Hang on, guys. I've got company. There's 3 in here with me. Thankfully, he finds the first. But the bomb's still going to make a plant. Body continuing to be impressive. dupreeh has to bail on the plant to go aggressive and try and take the fight instead. He'll force Body back, try and bait him out with shots. Body finds a third, though. And dupreeh finally thinks for a second he might be safe enough to plant the bomb. Taps it again, forces them in. Good headshot. And it's a 2 versus 1. Apex making his way back over. Body with all 3 kills has given them a massive chance. It's Apex that has to close it. Can't quite do so.
Body, what a game he's having so far. 3 unbelievable headshots from him, that silent USP. Somehow found that third as well towards B storage. I thought that could be the turnaround, but dupreeh shuts it down. Fake plan to bait out MBK as well. Pretty much secures it. And Astralis, once again, they did it on train, win a much-needed pistol here after going down 13-2. Really requiring a force buy here, G2. Might as well finish it out in the gun rounds. We've talked about this a million times, Matt. I'm not going to go into it now. But for now, it will be a force buy from the French side. Body with the UMP after getting 3 kills. He obviously gets an extra $900. So, SMG for him. And an opening kill from Apex. Why not?
A spray through the door from Xyp9x will take down Apex immediately after those. So they do still have the man advantage, though. Put out flames pretty much everywhere on the site. Both sides of quad, but not at the fence. That's because they've already got a dead body there. They can't imagine it stacked. Look at that shot from Kenny. Again fast as he hits Xyp9x down. Body takes Glaive back. But it's Shocks versus 2 with smoke down, gap in it to try and spot around. Gap was aware from dupreeh.
Yeah, he had full awareness. The gap existed and it's the only option for Shocks to take. So keep your crosshair there and you'll find a kill. So here's the replay of Body in that B site. As you kind of pointed out, he's there in the B site by himself. The fake was successful. This third shot was the one that got me hyped. Like, look how impressive this was. Pins it in, boom. Manages to nail it on this swing back. Good job by him, but didn't quite win the round. And now we've got a bit of time to talk. I'll explain why. The force buy in the CT round on the second in this particular scenario doesn't really make sense, right? You've got this huge lead of 13-2, and you're limiting yourself going forward. It's unlikely you win that second round force buy, even though it comes down to the 2v1. He's going to the first gun round. You might not have the AWP on Kenny. You won't have the incendiaries. 5 players without kits. It's not ideal as well. If you have this kind of lead, it's beneficial, in my opinion at least. A lot of analysts agree with this sentiment as well. I know Chad is a fan of it as well. You want to make sure you just guarantee winning on the gun rounds and not giving anything away, not opening up the window of opportunity and going down to thinking, okay, we lost a lot of rounds. I just didn't have the money to work with. So there you go.
Gabby tries to fire into Kenny. He backs off. Xyp9x behind the blue door. What if that door was red, Henry?
Where are you going with this?
Well, I'd paint it black.
Okay, Rolling Stones reference.
Xyp9x. Okay. It's going to go in behind the door. It's all the way over to fence. Apex, it still has forklift covered. They're not going to look that way. Careful. Device turns around. Apex can't hit the headshot. 2 players remaining over at B. And Astralis up to 5 rounds now. 2 in a row. that's not quite tic-tac-toe.
KNS does get the AWP. He must have had a bit more of a modest run in his teammates. He gets the body armor as well. It's not as limited as you would have thought, but they do get 5 rifles out. No kits though. We said that'd be a bit of a problem. No incendiary. So you still have enough to work with. It's just not ideal. They don't have the incendiaries to deny that fast mid play coming in. And there's actually 4 players from Astralis heading towards B storage. This could be a very quick round indeed. Firing off bullets straight away. That actually should have the windows to start around. It does. That's quite cool. Shoxy playing behind the smoke here.
Smoke down. Give him a chance to try and stay forward. He's going to re-smoke that outside. They're not going to see it. The smoke in front of them all and the player above will take him down. Kirby's role to find that. They knew they had the flash in front, so Kenny couldn't do much beforehand in the smoke tunnel as well. Xyp9x blocked by his teammate ever so slightly. It won't matter too much.
Textbook sort of round to bring to the table. Like we said, in these first gun rounds, the CTC limited.
Except for that lack of smoke that was in toward tree.
No kits now. Now the round's over. They might as well save the weapons. That's fine. Keep your 3 weapons alive. It's it'd be perfectly acceptable, but you can see Astralis there had a set piece ready to go from the get-go of that round. The CTs, they force spawn that second round. Then we got to hold us off. We get that bomb down nice and early. We get the trades going on. They could have a rough time retaking that B site, which is exactly the case here. KNS unable to do anything into this round. He'll be saving his AWP, sure, and they will be able to buy into the next round if they keep all 3 players alive. But Astralis now finding the first gun, and they probably will go hunting. I can see 1 player towards highway. That's Kiabi. Doesn't fully commit just yet. Device looking in T-spawn. I don't think they'll find anyone here as Xyp9x cowers behind the van in CT spawn. He'll be staying alive for now. So they can drop over some UMPs and get 5 players equipped with weaponry here. 4-0 Astralis. Here we go.
Yeah, that's big. Big start. Exactly what they need. We said it was possible. CT side for G2. 1 op in the hands of Kenny. Cheeky wallbangs. Did I use cheeky right?
In what sense? What wallbangs was he
cheeky
doing?
wallbangs, like bodies wallbangs.
Body, that was a cheeky
That's
wallbang.
a cheeky.
That definitely falls under your umbrella.
See,
Cheeky.
I told you I was paying for Passion London School for a reason. I London well.
Papito.
Xyp9x through the smokes, crisscross smokes as well, so they could have tried to push vents on those, but he's inside of it with a counter smoke of his own. That's going to give him good position. They get the first kill. Oh, body swings out. Hello, gets 1. Kenny, therefore, gets them pulled in toward his scope. Finds the first kill. Bomb gets dropped as a result of this as well. And getting back middle, Device has to be a little bit careful. Thankfully, they've gotten the first kill onto Xyp9x, and it's Shox that's rotated back in toward the 8-side forklift. But Kenny is still a factor in this, and a little bit of information. Spots the elbow sticking around the corner. Device, if he could slip in, ooh, could try and catch off the angle. And I think he was just spotted by Kenny.
Oh, Kenny, this is risky.
He's going to stay scoped in, I think, the whole run up. I'm not sure if we can see that. Shox, meanwhile, though, could get the bomb down, does. Gun in front of him, needs to hit the headshots, can't, but Kenny's taking Device. He stayed scoped in, rather. Zoomed in to try and catch him off to not make noise. And Xyp9x is thinking about going back the other direction, but he wants to get to A instead. The problem is the exact positioning right now of Kenny. He leaves B, plays at Z, can cover off the site, but the smoke down is going to reveal he's absolutely going in. And Kenny will get closer and closer, and undoubtedly, that's English, use the AWP because Kenny loves to up close, but it's Xyp9x that goes aggressive instead and finds the kill.
Xyp9x getting a little bit of luck there, boosts himself up to the bomb side, trying to catch Xyp9x, catch KNS out of control there, but unfortunately, KNS can't hit 2 shots in a row, so there we go. It's going to be another round for Astralis, and actually finding a 5-0 here to go to round number 6, another buy available for G2. Double AWPs, like we said, Astralis couldn't really bring this to the table in the first half, and after you lose a few rounds in a row, this is what a lot of teams do, bring both your AWPs out, and to be fair, G2 pretty much force this situation every map and every half, so this is pretty par for the course for them. Number 6, 13-7.
Kenny waiting. Is going to try and find another. Shox on his op. Xyp9x has actually got a shot down. Was that clean through the door? I think it was. Yeah, door open. Okay, so it was open up. That's revealing. And he finds the kill. Kenny's at the wickets. Tags the lag of Kierby. He'll smoke off the door. Potentially sit back inside of the site. Leave Shox over toward B. They're not yet rotating body all the way out of the site. The opening kill is significant. The damage as well. This could be G2 finding the 14th round quickly.
Indeed. Kiabi, HP, like you pointed out, Dupree has made it towards the vents, so they have mid-control at least, but Body once again looking to be a thorn in their side from the back of Checkers here. M4 in hand. Has got a smoke to extinguish the Molotov if it comes down to it. It's a very common Molotov position. Just holding the triangle there as well. It looks like a B split. It's going to be very likely here. 45 seconds remaining. 2 players in B storage. One in the middle, one in defense as well. dupreeh gives it away. And he might make his make here.
Body knows he's gone. Shocks to get one. Body's got the crossfire. They're baited into it. No idea. Bomb down on the site. Xyp9x the only one left. Gets the first kill onto Kenny. Knows, though, that Body is in toward Checker. And doesn't even matter. Shocks peaks accordingly. 14-7. Now, this is where they got halted last time on Train. And it looked in doubt for a moment. This time, will it be the same or not?
Yeah, it was Device went towards Squeaky Door in that previous round as well. He's having another rough game, Matt. 6 for 17 on Device.
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't point that out.
No, that's one of your fantasy picks. That hasn't gone well.
Glave's on 10 and 18, so it's not my night.
No.
And I'm just going to pretend like I didn't care the whole time. It was
That's normally your go-to, isn't it?
Yep, that's. I don't care.
The catchphrase of Matt.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah. Meanwhile, crying in the corner, but I don't. It's fine.
Well, it's a 5-on-5 for now. Shoxy aggressive in B storage once again. This is the footsteps of dupreeh, though, who will be falling back, but his Apex once more. Same kill towards Device this time with the AK-47. Kenny S pushed up in the Squeaky Door as well. Great positioning on the CT side on a 5-on-4. They're looking very positive to actually get match point early on this time.
Well, Glaive says something about that, but Xyp9x is downed by Kenny. Kirby wants to try and catch him walking back in from Squeaky. Pre-fire from Kenny.
Yeah, it gives his position away.
Yeah, and it also means he had to reload the gun or rebolt, whatever you want to say, the gun, and therefore he could easily be taken down.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Say goodbye to dupreeh.
Oh, I hate to see that. Had no idea Shoxy had pushed up in that position. Finds a chance bomb at T-spawn. Round over, match point obtained by G2. That should be it. There's not really much money to speak of on the Danish side. As about, well, to be fair, we have got 2 players who can buy rifles. The rest of them, though, will be on pistols, maybe UMPs. We'll see what happens here, but this should be the end of it.
I was thinking, by the way, sorry, carry on.
No, it's fine. It wasn't good.
It's a relevant point.
Go on.
Well, I was going to say the next knife they should put in the game is a broken glass bottle.
Oh, it was a completely waste of time comment.
Yeah, that's
okay.
my point.
Right.
That's why I said carry on. Don't mind me.
I was going to say, like, they try to finish things off and train with the auto snipers. There's none of that nonsense. This time, it's a pretty standard round. We've lost a double orb setup. And Kenny S this time towards quad position. Default, you can see a straight line on the mini-map there, watching every position, and maybe a set piece towards A. Smokes on the A-bomb site, try and shut down Kenny S. They haven't got a Molotov to take him out of position, though. Smokes come in. This looks like the final commitment. MBK trying to shut them down, but can't get it.
Oof, Kenny. I talked about his quickness, tries to go back over toward quad. It's Astralis, though, all the way through. Pistols and 2 AKs. The AKs are the ones that are weak. The nades are going in toward the AKs. Doesn't land. I'm not sure where that nade went. Surely you would have thought it connected on at least one, but Shocks will start to work up toward the truck. He's going to be stared down, pop flash out of the corner. Not sure if he wants to bounce it or just peek it. I think he'll wait and try and do economic damage.
I think he might be right here.
For once.
Shoxy holding towards CT spawn here, watching the connector as well. If he ninjas this map, oh, he hasn't got a kill. I was going to say, is he thinking about that? I think you can see Xyp9x and now dupreeh. Considering that being a possibility, they certainly will. Xyp9x finds the final frag. So Astralis there up against it in terms of the buy. Managed to put it off with a clean sheet as well. Everyone's staying alive, pushing through the smoke and finding that first kill on Forked Livers down to Kenny S. He hit some very fast shots, couldn't do it. And maybe it didn't kill here for G2. Let's not force ourselves into that same sort of rut with the money. We'll make sure we get full guns out and just close it out with 1 round required. So that's absolutely fine at this point. Deagles across the board for G2. Kenny S brings out some armor as well, interesting enough. Considering he's the AWP, you wouldn't necessarily expect that.
Oh, body. I thought he was going to get that lineup perfect. That works.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at my teammates at B main all you like. In through the vents goes Glaive. Down goes Shocks. Apex will get dupreeh back.
Smoke. Oof. That'll matter.
Oh, it might now. Bomb goes forward. Kenny, headshot. Smoke down now, but bomb's inside of it and far enough as well that even if they try to grab it, their feet will show. And Kenny's going to sit immediately on that bomb. However, the Molotov through. That thwarts all plans.
Yeah. Well, dicey than it had to be, I have to say. Crossing over with no smoke's never going to be a fun time for anyone. They'll get away with it, though, only up against Deagles and unarmored players here. And Kenny S, he's found 1 frag with the Deagle. Bomb planted, though. He'll be retreating back towards the vent. They're both very low HP. So not really much they can do here, I'm afraid. Astralis will be taking round number 9 here. One there for G2 will do it. Easy frag for Kenny. Not sure why Kelby's not watching the vents at all. Didn't even consider that as a possibility. And Kenny with 8 HP finds another one. And MBK at this point, not trying to win the round, but he's just trying to limit the T's going forward. It's not going to happen, though. Glaive to finish things off there with both frags. 59. And we do have another buy available for G2. Not the best. MBK is down to $3,900. So maybe a UMP for him. See what he decides to do momentarily. It's coming in. Double orbs once more, and a Famous MBK. Not a weapon we see too much of these days.
No, not at all. Usually eclipsed by that of the UMP.
The bombs in T-Spawn.
Yeah, I was just looking at that too.
Chad's having an eye on. He hates that when it happens.
Yeah, he does. He really does. Like T-stairs, even on Inferno, he considers that like offside.
There it is, Device. It's fine. They're doing a default for now. They're not. It's when you execute to a site, then you realize the bomb's down. You're like, oh, for God's sake. Anyway, Kenny S with the first kill. I think that's through the door as well.
Never your fault either when it happens.
I was through the door.
I don't mean you specifically. I just mean your figuratively. But yes, it is through the door. Zipix has gone down there twice now.
5-on-4 match point. Apex towards that sandbag position. We'll drop a smoke just to allow him to look above it. That's so nice from him. What a great play to find him in another frag and a double as well. That's beautiful counter-strike from Apex. Round over, game done. 5-on-1. Glaive now, bomb in hand, but not really much you can do with this. Might get a couple of kills, but that's going to be it. It's going to be G2 walking away with cash as well, a 2-0 in terms of the series overall. A dominant performance for them, and I have to say, Astralis never really showing up in terms of Counter-Strike overall, really.
Yeah, and my fantasy turned into a nightmare because I've lost just about everything that I had going for me. It's all gone wrong, and things are going to go right. We're going to head to Jason.
Things are going to go right unless you're planning on frequenting the ESCA servers coming up this next week, because Body showing off that spam, that is going to be all over the place in every cash game. So just be very wary what maps you choose to put in the veto process for those pugs.
Yeah, that timing was filthy. Two in a row.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's like, I guess if you're like the first guy through, it was Device, who I think got caught first place. So they're going, how is it that quick? How, you know, maybe you're just considering normal wallbangs. They won't know where that came from until like they'll probably sit there and go on HLTV now or Twitter and be like, great.
Well, when we saw it from the Caribbean point of view, and it looked like he didn't even like round the corner of the wall and just dies.
So let's kind of put that in perspective. The chance of that happening twice in a row, let alone once, is like, what, 5%? I throw a lot of
statistics with Sponge. Last week it was the 70% success in the B takes.
We have Inferno soon, Jason.
Yeah,
we'll get back on it, mate.
We'll get the stats back up.
But the chance of that happening is ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
And I think that helps set the tone of that match. You look at the pistol round from G2. Oh, let's smoke connector. Let's run up highway.
Oh, God, yeah.
Throw a late smoke and then run through that smoke as well. Device was sitting in it. He must have been thinking, what on earth are these clowns doing? Because that's the most counterintuitive thing, right?
It really is.
You're running out of a smoke that they could just be watching, but I think they saw the smoke come down and they were like, well, you know, they're probably going to go back, maybe a B split, maybe something else. They went up on the catwalk, they rushed to the smoke, and they were able to turn that pistol around, and it just spiraled from there.
Those were the things that some of the French teams did when they were like winning majors and stuff. They're like, you know, 2015, 2016, like those were the things that just somehow, this is the spam, obviously. So
sure, he
figure that out.
Yeah, okay. So he might have a timing, right?
It has to have a timing.
Even the chance of that is still ridiculously slim. Like that kind of stuff just doesn't pan out. Hey, Jason, do you want to a B stream update?
That was my next thing. I would love a B stream update.
So we have Mouse Sports taking on Hellraisers.
Yeah.
Mouse Sports won the first map, Mirage, 16-12, and they're on map 2 right now, which is Cage.
Oh, God.
Mouse Sports are winning 12-7.
Ooh. How's our boy Rops doing?
He's okay.
Real average.
Doing okay?
He's got 12
Real
kills.
average.
Real average.
Yeah, just right in the middle.
It's better to be in the middle than on the bottom.
He's Goldilocksing, I think it's called.
Interesting term.
That's
right in the middle.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool beans.
Yeah, this was fun. Thanks so much, guys. So these we're gonna see some of the standings, the changes of what's come.
As if
there is no way
happened.
They were
last
they first. They were literally
last.
Like not figuratively.
Like week 5, I think.
Now, remember, some of these French sides in the previous Pro League finals not too long ago went from being the last to qualify into the offline finals. This was with Shocks, Body, people like that, and then they got to the finals. They were the last people to get into the top 6 qualifying spots, and they went through to finals. That was, I think, against SK.
I believe it was like a brawl, right? It was a best of 5.
Yeah, it was that huge long run that was in London not too long ago. So, you know, as much as you can't write those G2 boys out, you really can't. They have turned it around. It was always meant to be that long investment, that long project. They said it in the interview, and it's come through.
Well, you also have to look at Astralis. That went from 1st to 4th. So, I mean, now...
Rough times.
Yeah, I don't know how secure you can ever feel in these European standings, but, I mean, we'll keep track of that. We'll show you guys, as we always do at the end of the evening. That's it for G2 and Astralis, the hot match of the week. 2 maps to G2, surprising in that sense. Train and Cash both going their way. When we return, it's going to be Virtus Pro taking on FaZe, and VP needs to get back on form.